¿Qué onda, mis cuates? What's up, guys? Levi here with Latino Fluency, where I teach you Spanish and Brazilian Portuguese. In today's video, I want to talk about the topic of why your Spanish still sucks. ¿Estás listo? Pues qué bueno, vamos a empezar. Okay, before you get triggered, before you get mad and leave hate in the comments below, I don't know that your Spanish still sucks, and you might also just be a beginner and say, you know, I just started learning Spanish, of course it's going to suck. All right, so the reason I'm making this video is to help those of you who are just starting out or who have already put in a lot of time and made some progress, but not nearly enough progress to justify all of the time and maybe money that you have thrown at building your fluency in Spanish. So it's time to be honest. If you feel like your Spanish sucks, keep watching this video. If you just started out with Spanish, keep watching this video. I really think that the tips that I'm gonna throw out here today will definitely help you get you on the right track. One reason that your Spanish could possibly still suck is that you are simply not listening to the language enough. Most people don't think about this. Most people think that, well, if I just speak enough, or if I do enough Duolingo, or if I take this class or that class. Okay, the reality is there is a chance that you are not listening to the language enough. You're not hearing the language enough. And one way to take care of this is to listen to podcasts. Okay, I have a podcast, the Latino Fluency Podcast, and I have a listening course, the Latino Fluency Podcast Premium Listening Course. I'll actually include this link down here below for you if you want to check it out. You can also improve your listening other ways, obviously. There's radio, there's other podcasts, there's Netflix, there's all sorts of things that you can do. You can convert a YouTube video, that is in Spanish, convert it to an MP3, from an MP4 to an MP3, and you can put it in iTunes, you can listen to it on your iPhone. So many things that you can do to practice your listening. So the reason for that listening is so important, listening is essential, and so many people screw this up, and they're like, whatever. Listening is really kind of the base for everything else, you know? The base for speaking, the base for good pronunciation, the base for vocabulary development, etc. So when you do a lot of listening, you really are like training your mind to become used to the language. You become accustomed to the language. And this in turn helps you to develop a more native-like accent. Okay, it will help you to get rid of the gringo accent, because you're not just jumping into speaking, speak. You don't even know what you're doing. You listen. You let the language process itself. Okay, you let your brain process the language rather, and over time, this will lead to better understanding, more coherent sentence structure, a better pronunciation, a wider vocabulary. Okay, make sure you're focusing on your listening. I have two other reasons for why your Spanish might suck, but I gotta meet Renny right now for lunch, so I will take you guys with me and we'll get number 2 in the car. Let's go. Vamos para allá. Running a little bit late. Renny is going to kill me. But it's okay, I have to make this video. It's essential, and I'll do it on the way there. Okay, so the second reason why your Spanish still sucks, why it's not as good as you want it to be, is because you are not being consistent. So this is a big thing when learning a language, you have to keep in mind. Consistency is key. So it's been pretty much proven that adults tend to learn languages differently than kids do, right? But one thing remains the same. When you're a kid, you have that level of consistency. You are hearing the language every single day. You are attempting words every single day. You're attempting and failing. You're making a lot of mistakes every single day. You're getting corrected by your mom and dad when you say something wrong a lot of the times. You're watching cartoons, you're doing this, you're doing that. So you have constant contact with the language. And this is something that, a lot of people don't wrap their heads around until later on. But if you're an adult and you're learning Spanish, you really need to make sure that it's in your life every single day. And this goes back to what I was talking about with training your listening. Your listening is something that I really recommend zeroing in on as an adult. Because number one is because adults, our lives are so damn busy. We're doing this, we're doing that, we have this responsibility, we have that. So, you know, it's very important to keep in mind that you can be training your listening skills anytime, anywhere, on the go. So keep in mind, that's probably reason number two. You're not being nearly consistent enough. All right, I'm only 4 minutes late. Not too bad, not too bad. All right, so we're here with Reni. You guys might recognize her from other videos. And we're actually here at a place called Mod Pizza where you build your own pizza. So I've got all sorts of good stuff. She's got nasty pineapple.
Pineapple.
Yeah. Very important, guys. You must have serrano peppers and ranch with your pizza, or it's not a real pizza. This, for example, is not a real pizza. We have pineapple. We don't do that. We don't do that. ¿Estás lista? All right, guys, and the third reason why your Spanish might still suck is because you are not speaking enough in the language. You're not making enough attempts to speak with someone else in the language, like I do with Reni, for example. Siempre practicamos el español. And not everybody has this ability to be speaking with a significant other or with, you know, a friend that happens to be like a native speaker. But what you can do is invest in yourself and look for opportunities through like italki.com, Verbling, different websites like that where you can get private one-on-one online tutors and make a lot of mistakes and get a lot of practice in. People that never really take the next step and try to really actually like practice the things that they're learning or hearing or learning in their Spanish classes are never going to like take that next step. You have to make thousands of mistakes and learn from those mistakes and in order to really build your skills and to see any real progress. ¿Estás de acuerdo?
Sí.
That is all I have for this video, guys. I hope you learned a few things that you can be doing differently or that if you're just getting started that you can do in the future. If you guys liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, click that notification bell, and subscribe. Espero verte en el próximo video. Adiós.